Nickel. Bon. On va faire son propre perso. Je suis comme ça. Juste pour voir. On doit choisir un talent clé. On va retourner en arrière. Ça me paraît pas trop mal. Je sais pas. Pour la motricité, je m'en fous. Je vais mettre un dans l'intellect en plus. Alors, coordination. À votre vue. J'aime bien ça. Salut Mélanoxy, hein, au passage. Ah, tu vois, vu qu'on a des points. Alors là, j'ai 5 points, je peux mettre 5 points dedans si j'avais quelque chose. J'aime bien ça, mais c'est pas forcément. Ça a pas l'air très utile quoi. Le poste. Hein. Non. C'est quoi? Non mais Project Iji, je pense qu'il y en aura sûrement un autre live. Hein. C'est quoi le problème? J'aime bien l'encyclopédie, mais j'aime bien les autres trucs aussi. Et là, non. Ça a l'air nul. J'ai pas envie de mentir. Je pense que. D'accord. D'accord. commencer.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. Ever. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever, babe. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. Yes, it is. You got it, sweet brother. Nothing apart. Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage. All right. Nothing down to fuck all, borough. Do you want me to upgrade that to a one-way trip, sir? The Song of Death, like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. A fiery streak penetrates your stomach.
Somehow, you know what it is. A caprice commanding a motor carriage.
Ok, donc c'est une voiture, c'est ça? Je comprends pas trop. J'avais compris que j'étais full bourré, mais...
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your... It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the... The whirling in rags is a hostel cafeteria on the urban coast. Frequent...
Sûrement avoir une autre chaussure quelque part.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. What do you mean? Assess the damage.
Oh! J'ai fait
How
le
would
pire
you
lancer.
do that? What are you even trying to do? The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy.
Oh la vache. Il y a une cravate
This
là.
fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch what you have in your hand is a true...
Une cravate terrifiante. Tout ça en cours intérieur, d'accord. Ok. Un petit genre de tuto quoi. J'imagine qu'on peut pas tourner le truc, ça a l'air peint. Je vois pas trop. Ok. Comment t'es bien dézingué, ça peut être toi. Hein. Je fais clic droit, ça monte des trucs. Hello. J'ai qu'une chaussure aussi. Pas me barrer avec une seule chaussure. Je veux des chaussures.
The fan stands a terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically. The lights are off. A terrible mistake.
Oh. Quel con.
You feel something in your chest. An unnatural
Je vais
push.
pas mourir d'avoir ouvert la...
It's spreading to your left arm. Your jaw. Very, very bad. All you feel is cop suffers final heart.
On reprend, on recommence. Ah, j'ai allumé la lumière, ça fait mal aux yeux.
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. You're conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt ever. Never. An inordinate amount of time passes.
An awareness creeps up on you.
Ex-love. Do you
You wouldn't.
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
There's this giant ball there. An evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. Infinitesimally small. You can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large. Vying for resource.
somewhere like a fly to the ointment?
The stench of liquor rise above.
Somehow,
Bon, on reprend un poil. On n'ouvrira pas la lumière cette fois-ci.
this fan has two chain pull switches. One, the blades come squeaking to a halt. You swoop up what you have in your hand.
Bah écoute, t'as qu'à suivre un peu aussi. Tu sais, c'est de ta faute uniquement.
You hear a jingle. Keys, it says, the whirling. A mirror hangs. Hot water sprays from. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. Really, or recollection, as you abort, you clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it. Where to even begin? It's not. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It's not. It's swollen and snail-like. Behold. You have no idea who this thing is, do you? It appears you're also dead. There's clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. Oh my God, what does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? There might have been, 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place.
Aïe. Je vais pouvoir tout mélanger. Hein. J'ai sûrement jeté la chaussure par la fenêtre.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind, the shards face outward. A fine web of scarring covers the back, more likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well.
Tu vois?
Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. A cool wind gushes in.
Bon, c'était bien la chose. Hein.
Hello, officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out.
Ok.
There they both are, like two baby crocodiles. Good, they're balanced.
Mhm. Bon, je vais pas aller chez les gens. Ah, je me disais. Non, je veux pas le faire de l'autre côté, d'accord. Et là, on chante.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
Ouais, je sais pas. Ça me paraît pas être le truc intéressant à faire pour l'instant.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. The man does not mind. You probably need them.
You've just picked up some magnesium.
D'accord.
in his late 20s, stands. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now, he's purposely ignoring you. A competent work of taxidermy. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield. This is the great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Encelindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now. Something about it makes you feel bitter.
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird.
Bon bah il veut pas me parler, c'est un connard.
A bespectacled man. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the...
You realize he's waiting. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little...
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that it also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Okay, we'll have time for that. Have you removed the dead body from the tree? So, the body...
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the
Oh
owner.
putain.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that if you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be after you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you?
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Ok. Ok. Ça a pas l'air trop dur pour l'instant. Regarde comment il me suit ce petit chien.
Yes? What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down. Do you want me to brief you? 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard.
C'est bizarre
who
parce
was
que c'est un
found
genre
hanged
d'asiate
in
qui a un,
Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling
un accent
Rise
français.
Hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not. A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Whelp. To find him or her is one of our tasks here. There's a strong prejudice against involving the
C'est ça.
RCM in what's seen as
Un
union matters.
Indo-chinois.
The Dock Workers Union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizens Militia, is the police force you and him.
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer. Good. Excuse me? You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
A moment passes.
Le mec, c'est bien écrit, je trouve.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching our syrupy and... Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for...
Vous pouvez lécher la bouteille de rhum. Oh, non, 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 on va pas faire ça. Le mec, il est déjà peinté de chez peinté. Moi, en vrai, je suis pas alcoolique dans la vraie vie, je vais pas l'être dans le jeu vidéo. Oh, elle est plus là.
The bed is cold and...
The option to go to sleep becomes available every
Ok, on peut dormir. Ok. Attends. Calme-toi avec ton oracle là. Ton anoracle.
The man...
Mr. Gart, right?
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41... Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene.
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually...
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you...
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
Ok. Ok.
But you still know your way around, yes?
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here.
I didn't imply that. Detective...
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions. His face expresses profound doubt in your having this. Ask him about the body's location before asking if he killed him. People give up information in the more innocuous question.
She went away because none of your business.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number.
Thank you.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
Je suis un féministe.
Good for you. Was there something else? Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there.
Franco-nigérienne.
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind. 5th century style. Unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be it.
Why would I have a problem with you? You're a hero cop. Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room? No, you see, actually, you didn't. You haven't done anything even remote. No, I haven't seen you.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real. Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. What?
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment 130
Vous êtes en état
real.
d'arrestation, j'aime bien.
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30. What are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or... Yes, it is. No, you see, that's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency. 100...
He stands, isn't it, evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked of a person and what they have.
Attends.
It does, doesn't it?
There's a shuffle of nylon as lieutenant. That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any...
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away. I'm sorry.
Good luck.
Je peux payer les dégâts, c'est
By
pas
the
mal
way,
déjà.
where is home? But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You don't really know, do you? A vague, blackened image doesn't... You can try. Run...
Ok. Franchement, pour l'instant, je trouve que ça a l'air très très cool. Faire une petite sauvegarde rapide quand même. Ça a l'air pas mal ça, on va essayer. Ok, en gros, pendant que j'ai ça, ça me fait un bonus. De 1 heure, c'est ça? J'ai un bonus encyclopédie pendant 6 heures.
Hello, sweetie.
Ça date d'il y a quelques années quand même là maintenant, ça doit faire ça 3 ans peut-être? Attends. Vérifie ça, même peut-être plus. Ah non, 2019, 3 ans.
Why, you are, officer. And have you found anyone to be sweet to? I'm sorry if you must forgive me. I'm Lena. My husband
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Whatever do you mean? Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have...
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree. I can assure you with absolute certainty.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I really would like to help out, of course.
Ok. Bon, on verra plus tard. Je vais aller décrocher le cadavre déjà parce que tout le monde me dit décroche-moi ce putain de cadavre.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. Cop Hab. This isn't case related, you think? Hard to say. Your vision is blurred. The tire tracks
On
were
a réussi.
left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message, written in the language of burnt rubber. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the wood and then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough the driver proceeded to back before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
You are correct. This is...
Somehow that makes you feel.
I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez.
You could follow the track.
Bon, on verra. Deux cadavres. Pardon, là. Lance des cailloux sur le cadavre, toi?
Got this.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno!
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid.
Yeah,
Kuno's riding it.
the rake, Kuno!
J'ai l'impression que Kuno S, je la connais.
You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener. The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
Lol.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got.
Irregular speech patterns. Overconfidence. Could this kid be on drugs?
Shitload, pig. What you...
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno. Pig's choking. He's totally...
If I were to want to waste...
The usual being. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary? Or have you...
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all. Trying to make Kuno sing into the popo phone. Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
Ah.
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional. I don't know. Some fucking Mesk or I don't know. Some other
Night
place.
City.
Night City.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction.
Allez! Bam! Oui, je sais que c'est cyberpunk, mais c'est ça qui me fait
Why
rire.
you gotta be riding Kuno's ass? You haven't been where Kuno's been. You wanna know where Kuno was?
Don't tell him that, Kuno. It's lame.
It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno's City. Night City. Rage City. The City of Rage.
Lame.
That's the name of Kuno's City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about...
It's impossible to deduce what it is about, at least for the moment. If it's important, it'll come up later.
C'est
Focus
pété,
on the
si tu
case.
veux. Ah, d'ailleurs, il y a la série Cyberpunk qui est sortie. Ça t'intéresse sûrement, je pense. Edge Runners, là.
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the...
Yeah, you
Là, c'est pas
Looks
mon
like
truc.
you're a faggot.
Your
get lost.
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third person
Kuno doesn't do that smart shit. Don't throw that book. Trying to get Kuno...
Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to fiddle you. He's gonna put his hands on you.
Ouais, ça un petit peu.
Pig's got Kuno. Help.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help! Help!
Escalate, Kuno.
Lol.
His sticker's out. You're afraid.
Pigs in here, Kuno! Somebody, please!
How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense. There may still be a way out. Just appeal to his reason.
No!
The nearly psychopath.
No one? Kuno's doing this because he likes it, pig.
This is where Kuno establishes dominance. Change of plan. You can't let that happen.
Help! The pig's gagging him!
Fucking logical. Help! The logical pig.
You put him up to this yourself when you decided.
Listen to your friend. Kuno owns the fat ass. Help! The RCM is trying to fuck Kuno! Help! Misters, help! He's flashing Kuno! He's showing his jet. Look.
For emphasis, a ghost is saying this. A shit-eating psychopathic ghost with...
I know you wanted to hit me. You got that I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up look.
Relax. He can't read your mind. He doesn't know you. There's a dead body, remember? That's what you were doing here. You're a cop on a case.
I can. Kuno can... I'm gonna fuck that Kuno. You're nothing!
Kuno turned you into his prison, bitch!
No, you're not. We can just leave.
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with Kuno forever!
Peepo is a type of hat, by the way.
You don't talk to me about my fucking peeper! You don't know where I come from! You just
Okay. Kuno is kind to his bitch. Ask your question.
click, click, click!
C'est incroyable ce jeu. Empathie légendaire. Ah non, j'ai pas ça moi.
Right, pig? This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it? Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno doesn't...
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below...
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cock's gonna blow, Kuno!
Je peux pas le faire. Si je vomis, je vais mourir, non? J'ai pas d'endurance en fait, c'est un peu le problème.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Heavy workers' boot. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear? Maybe more than 12. No. 8. 1. Standard work boot. Steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot. 3. Hobnailed. 4. Standard work boot. Number 4. You don't know. It's a miracle you can 5. Another standard. 6. An aberration. Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adult. You're not bad. It's as if 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot. Number 8. And yet another standard work boot. Number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however.
How many?
400 millions.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? 200? Could it be the combined weight of two people, one carrying the other who's tied up?
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly.
But
Ça
why?
peut être quelqu'un d'extrêmement obèse. J'adore les dialogues, tu peux dire des trucs tellement cons. Eh, ça peut être quelqu'un qui est giga fat.
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows. Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between two men. A woman or a kid? Okay.
He knows it's hard to discern sex from a person's gait.
That's okay. Go on. Interesting. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer? No, it's not. Perhaps it could be a driver. A Driver would wear out the right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on. We should keep our eyes open. A week, maybe?
It is not impossible.
I pulled last week's forecast.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures.
What do I think? Then, after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this...
Indeed. They all stood... Yes, everything fits so well. The lieutenant's eye...
Either way.
Ok, il s'est fait lyncher le mec. Ah, compliqué. Ah merde, il faut passer.
An inconspicuous pile of the... It's nothing. Someone... Glad you asked. When junior researcher Olari Tal invented Eternite in the Vatna Polytechnic Institute some 30-odd years ago, he thought it would last forever. Hence the name, Eternite. Sadly, the only lasting thing turned out to be the... Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Oh, nickel.
What is this then?
J'ai un peu peur hein, quand même. On va faire une petite sauvegarde rapide là. Peut-être pas encore.
Be still, my beating heart. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
Perhaps not. This is below our... See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industry.
Il y a de la drogue ici. En fait, à chaque fois, chaque fois qu'il va y avoir de la drogue, mon personnage, vu que c'est un genre de gros drogué, il va me dire est-ce que je peux la prendre?
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to... I'm going away.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Murder was... I'll die before I... What's this?
Get the fuck...
I'll die before I come from the...
Don't be traumatized.
J'en ai rien à branler.
I'll die before... You don't want to...
You can still see. This trash container is locked. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Trash? Food waste from the cafeteria? They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too. What do you mean, feel? We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage. Or we could ask for it.
He might also have information.
Ok. C'est un peu ce que je me disais aussi qu'on demande la clé quand. Right above descending. Ok. Ouais, on va essayer avant de retourner le voir. De décrocher le cadavre. Et
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below.
Active the...
He's about to blow. Cop's gonna blow, Kuno.
The smell is repulsive.
il faut vomir, hein, tant pis.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. There's a greenhouse here.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry.
Ok. Je vais chercher de l'ammoniac. Pas vomir.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Ça c'est la voiture du flic, c'est ça?
Before you stands a motor carrier. Vapor emanates from the large. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The coupe in the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the white suede feels luxurious under the tuck. A metallic drawer.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest.
Non, je sais pas. Je peux lui parler après. Hein. Un mec, une autre meuf. Retourner à l'intérieur.
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything, clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown. The sentiment is called anti-centennial nostalgia, pining for a time before the turn of the century. It's common even now.
Ok.
Hello again, sweetie. Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial.
You must be joking. Although our paid...
It's not easy to assert.
Interesting idea. This Everard sounds...
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. Yes, dear.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a ground.
No problem. Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. You know where we are, right? That's right. In a hostel called the Whirling and Rat. Yes, and how would I... I haven't... Speaking of history, you know what year it is. Yes? That's right, dear. How splendid.
Her relief is...
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Alors, un régime policier, ça m'étonnerait.
Oh, no. Nothing like that, dear. Revachol is a zone of control, led by an alliance of foreign powers. It is quite disappointing. Oh, dear. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Someone more...
No. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be again.
Of course.
Ok, se renseigner sur la réalité. Stylo avec un singe vert. Okay. C'est très bizarre. Hein. Les riches sont des personnes éduquées. Ah d'accord.
Can I help you? Mine? No, it.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Why? To keep.
I thought as much.
Well, yes.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
What do you need?
It concerns the case.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Ok. On a les clés, y a pas de problème. On va retourner dehors. Il va se réveiller lui?
The worker. Perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from. Into the primordial darkness.
No idea. Possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbor. There's not much to do with.
En plus ça en grabuge en parlant à dire. Nique la police, eh bah dis donc. Eh bah c'est pas mal ça.
This trash container with a well-oiled crack. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Baptiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packets among the threadbare kitchen towels. Something as the legs of the slime-covered jeep.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to, drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. The belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there?
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored.
This is a military type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over.
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard.
The lieutenant nods. It's just organic. Nothing. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look...
Officer, is that your paperwork? It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM strip. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
C'est pas du tout.
Understood.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist
Ho ho
depiction
ho!
of the yellow man frolicking in saffron. Only in its social sensibility.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
Je suis mort parce que le mec il est avec un asiate et il ramasse. C'est quoi qu'il ramasse?
That's one thing off the list. You said you didn't want to talk about the ledger. However, now that you have it back, it would...
The trash container stands.
Le mec il fait quoi? Il est avec un asiate, il ramasse un vieux mec raciste. Je peux mettre des trucs dans les niveaux, ok. Vas-y, on va mettre en logique.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much. Oh boy, Here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? Understood. You're that kind.
Lol. Ah, il est cassé en plus quoi.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's a metaphor. Thank you, waterlogged ledger, for spelling it below the pathetics. Terror. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! The ledger now looks. The acidic stench of rotting food. The lieutenant observes you, raising and lowering the toilet waterlogged mass.
Excuse me, I just have to ask again. How did it get in the trash? You had to lose because of dark vibes? I don't know either. Now, if you'll excuse me, that thing has filled me with the sudden urge to make sure mine is in perfect order.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. Something rattles inside. Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable material. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. With your hands, you four-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescent.
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property. Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have headlights.
This means you can read the watermarks.
Okay.
While a bunch of solid, they're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigation. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes. 2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me. I prefer no.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Yes, a title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration. Yes, all caps. Others appear more light-hearted. The guy's on a couch in an unexpected. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done.
Bah, c'est la même chose entre les anciens.
Inspecting them up close.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution. Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. I pray his loved one. Rail spiked through the head. He died. It was a workplace accident.
You don't exactly close them. In the back, then rip them. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The mid. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250. But they appear. These are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to a dozen pages of thin copy paper. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers. In the rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the... Yes, You can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB41. Then, date of initialization. Why, yes, every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB are your initials. I got nothing here. Yeah, it takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Where not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers, arson, petty theft. You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. It's just a racist mug. What's there to read? But it will not.
Lol. Hmm.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
All right.
The dashboard, the lights
There you go.
as you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark the rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major...
Let me see. Right here. Oh yes. Coal City. Le Royaume.
There are many of them, and they are divided into three. The first row has 18 dots. The next is the longest. It runs... You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice, large number, the last row has 3. That's it.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? Fair point. This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which there are certain, but it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
The lieutenant nods.
Right. I'll go.
You can now see your statistics.
Ok. On va le parler un peu.
Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. All right, that's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Are they?
You could use a good, normal peer yourself.
What do you mean? I have no idea.
The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school, but this isn't an old school case.
I can't say that it does, no.
The lieutenant, we all have our different mediums. His...
Good. Let's change.
J'ai un peu envie d'aller pisser. Alors attends, nom inconnu. Je connais toujours pas mon nom. Je suis fasciste. Putain. Quoi? Je vais signaler la perte de mon badge et après je vais les pisser.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out, a frequency, the soft purr of electrical kittens.
This is Precinct 57.
Hello, Alice. Please,
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5.
A scrawny old man. The man uses
10-4, message received. 10-5. 10-18, state your messages. 10-9, over. 10-4, message received. This is a very...
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and...
He what? He lost his badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you...
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced...
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick...
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost...
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
10-9, come...
New heights even for captains.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost it.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you...
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? Okay, it's gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Lying? Over the phone? It's easy.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance. Over.
Jules Pidieu. Jacques Lapidieu. Je sais pas, il y a beaucoup de français. Hein. Vraiment besoin d'une assistance financière.
10-4, I hear you.
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
J'ai envie que mère.
Don't give that asshole anything.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. Anything else, sir? Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. Be smart.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
What? What is...
He wants to verify...
But of course, it says Dick Mullen. Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Understood, sir. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Bah non, mais y a pas de problème pour moi. Enfin, pour moi, je trouve que les mecs ils font ça proprement, c'est juste qu'ils ont l'accent français, quoi. C'est normal qu'ils s'en foutent, le mec qui est à la... Mais non, mais le mec qui est à la radio tout le temps, il est censé s'en foutre. Salut tous, c'est Titatine. Alors, j'ai bien pissé, hein. Ça je peux vous le dire. Cherchez votre arme, cherchez votre insigne, payez les dégâts. Noir.
Welcome to Revachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors... Every school of thought and government has failed in the city. It's men like...
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Ah, j'ai pas envie de parler à un raciste pour l'instant. Frites. Ben voilà. On va aller à la frite.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says,
Oh, that's the tear machine. It's a machine for tear. You know, you need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but feel free to use it if you find a bag, though.
C'est marrant parce que tout le monde a des accents différents maintenant.
you see several packaged raincoats fill
What is what? If you want to buy...
a small cabin. Their logo is
just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma. Yeah, there's like an ampule somewhere. Okay, don't, like, overdo it or something. I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. St. Baptiste, you know. St. Baptiste Pharmaceuticals.
She is right. Saint-Baptiste.
Ok. Ah, sa petite couronne, j'avais pas vu.
Feel free to look around.
What's that magazine she's reading?
You mean this? This is Pop Stars.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish. No.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
I don't know. Frit? I think they think that the extra T makes it.
The story goes that normal Fritta, with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken. So when Fritta Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra.
Okay. I don't really know anything. Not really. No. I didn't know him at all.
No need to worry.
Okay.
On le sait rien, elle, ça. Elle sait que dalle. J'ai mon ammoniac, je peux aller décrocher l'autre con. Hop. Je peux jouer avec le clavier aussi apparemment. J'ai jamais fait ça. Merci. Bon, le gamin, on va le frapper. Non, je rigole. Pas que ça à foutre de frapper un gamin.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination, the second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Il y a toujours pas. J'ai pas assez d'endurance.
Are you okay, officer?
The weight is
You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal. I've seen Cap then drive to the station. Maybe I think I've lost my sense of...
A white lie.
Not being hungover helps too. No. This is a two-man assignment because you need to get your shit together. We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to...
You've gained a thought.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Je parle à des gens apparemment. Je comprends pas totalement ce...
Yes?
No response. He's having trouble processing it.
Have you tried concentrating on...
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Fine. We should get through this day first. Focus on other people.
A moment passes.
Fin de journée. Après 22h. Et c'est vrai qu'on est timé. On va aller voir ce que c'était dans cette petite échelle là. Moi j'avais mon grand-père qui collectionnait des cartes postales. Impressionnant. M'en fous. Il a trouvé un chemin. Ah oui. Ça, l'un ne va pas sans l'autre, hein, j'ai envie de dire. Ouais. Oh.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the...
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCA. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day. The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. Well, it doesn't seem too dented.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide? The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at then he turns back to the sad piece of fabric flapping in the wind.
What are we doing? Or it could be that we had just
On est du fric là. Faudrait que je trouve un moyen d'aller par là. En vrai sinon c'est pas très utile. Je vais pas essayer de sauter, je vais me casser la gueule, je le sens bien. disais j'ai 2 PV, non, c'est j'ai 2 heals. On peut aller lui rendre la clé.
Can I help you? What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and they...
We should find out who this Lord faction is. We don't.
There are these things called days.
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. He wasn't pan-fried, he was lynched. What could the kitchen... Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after
Ok,
that.
c'est pas mal.
What?
By the way,
Thanks. I hope you felt how strange. I certainly didn't put them there. The trash collection service, CS Municipal.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of... Thank you anyway.
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my... Yes? Another thing. Great. Yes?
Le problème c'est que Kuno il peut pas me blairer. Il va rien me dire. On va aller parler à la noire devant. Et la noire.
The RCM in Martinez. We don't see a lot of police around here. Of course. What can I help you with? Excuse me?
she's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of question. She shifts in her seat awkwardly.
Of course. Wait, what do you mean? Yes, sir.
He knows where we are. He just wants that.
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more the harbor gates, some shops, just coast. There's a little fishing village there. It's just water, no problem, of course.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have...
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Je comprends pourquoi les gens aiment bien le jeu quand même. C'est vraiment extrêmement RP pour ce truc. Je joue une genre de pétanque là.
Yes? What do you want to know? Good.
Ça a l'air d'être un ancien français lui.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
Oh! Ça me lance une cinématique. Attention.
You are immediately surprised by the bull's lack of weight. No matter, the cold metal already, a chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there. Feet an embodiment of pure... Some would still say you're a cop, but I guess we're beyond that now.
Il est con quoi.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
A whorehouse of shit? It wasn't whorehouse of shit. The shot was at least 23 meters.
What the hell is your problem?
Je suis trop con.
I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful. You vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull. No, you don't.
Take it easy, René. This is just a
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. Good.
Yes. Why did you? You never.
Je savais que j'aurais pas dû le faire direct, j'aurais dû observer avant. Il est trop con, mon héros. Mais tout le monde connaît la pétanque en France, c'est ça que tu te dirais. Le mec, il est complètement fini au doigt.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety. I do. Fire from heavy artillery. Why what? Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home. Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't so, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
This place is a damn beachhead, son. They had to soften the commies up first. Yes, Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other two, this here is...
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Damn right, son. They lit the fire of hell on the city. The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a...
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job.
You don't even begin to...
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
I'm sorry, I would instead...
Je suis un peu coco, mais j'ai pas envie de l'énerver, alors bon.
This was the plan all along. This, the suzerain is the king. Has everyone forgotten already? It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand. Unfortunately, I don't. And like most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. In Martinez, cop is...
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
If I...
Tis true, sire.
Apparemment, le mec en plus.
Ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around.
Pas trop compris, mais...
I have really outdone myself.
Yes, that's what you need, Gaston.
René, hello, officer. How... Let me think. I heard someone was hanged and left on a tree for a week. But no, officers,
Then help them, you wimp. You have plenty of shoulder with the ghost caviar.
He means caviar socialist.
I wish I could, but...
Odd. He doesn't seem to be lying, but there's something off here.
Of course, officer. I'm sorry, officer, but I really don't share food.
the only one you have.
Oh, that's good. That's very good.
J'ai pas mangé le sandwich d'un vieux non plus, j'ai déjà acheté une de leurs boules à la con dans la flotte.
The worn and beaten wood.
We can sit on benches.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need.
This Post Lavantore mail collection box has been heavily. The box seems eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also. The mail collection box seems cathartic. Thank.
Je parlais à une putain de. C'est pas grave. Allez, on continue. Maintenant que j'ai mon boost là, est-ce que je peux décrocher le.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eye. As you breathe, it's a puzzle. What's hanging in front of
C'est très bizarre d'avoir traduit Get Your Shit Together avec merde compressée.
They do after 7 days, yes.
The man before you is naked, but the material appears to be delicate. These are clearly not boots. They're armor.
Indeed. Technically speaking.
Oh, the lieutenant uses a memo technique, A6. That's not just any notebook. It's all you, babe.
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500V, piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these species. No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes.
Nice. That makes sense.
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties and the like.
Fucking
Clearly Kuno would like to interject something here, but there's not enough for him to hold on to. This feels dangerous. Are you sure? The stench fills your nostrils.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull it.
Brutal!
You're about to pull his...
Do it, homo!
Yes, that's what I said. You'll compromise.
Indeed.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot? Maybe we should concentrate on what's outside the boot, and there's no way.
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down, and second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Attendez, je comprends pas trop là. Je vais lui prendre.
Alright then, you can pay the hostel bill in honor points. How many honor points have you collected?
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. The hangman's knot is... This is a steel-reinforced cargo.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than a noose is one of those things that's easier to... That ladder can't...
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You? We all are.
The cadaver hangs from an intricate. His corpse is marked by stars, alcohol, and heartbreak.
A map of the stars. I do see some
as if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of the...
So am I.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is...
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule.
In case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell. Sure.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by. His dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode. The corpse is dead silent.
Who is he? He is male, 42.
The corpse looks right through you.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things.
The cadaver slowly as you narrow. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to... Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck. Just above.
I see it. His neck.
The monster.
So, what do you think? I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquent...
Stop talking.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno! Fucked him up brutal-like!
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly... He doesn't act...
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pigs!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Yes, the buckle, where it ties the cargo belt to the tree.
Yeah! They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno!
Silence, and produces a lightweight firearm.
Alors.
He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzle loader. Ascetic, he then steps back and assumes the Phalostes position, taking aim. The corner of his eye.
He's gonna fucking...
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of...
God damn it.
Fucking idiot! Mookabat!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he? Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance. Climb up there and... So there has to be someone else?
What was that about processing, then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots? Why don't they help?
No. I know it's hard.
Donc Kuno il m'énerve.
Fuck does Kuno care? You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. Shit. Get the fuck out of...
You can't do that, Kuno.
Pigs can't displace. Can't do... How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right? It's a vitamin pig.
You could use some.
Joseph.
Yeah, it's the mag...
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's gonna use it against you, Kuno.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover.
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're gonna OD and you're gonna fucking die.
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eye.
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
What?
What is this shit? Fuck
your shit back to normal. What is this?
Well played. No one saw that coming.
J'ai fait une blague de merde. Et y a tout le monde qui a fait genre, hein? D'accord.
Of course you fucking can. How do you think Kuno made all the Docky boys his gimps? Just got a fly pig. Not everyone.
Moose piss is...
Good call, Pigmeister. Yeah, the kingdom of Kuno. Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real. Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Believe it.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival. They will also make you into an idiot.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that up there. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
Alright, Piggo. Shit.
Don't do business with...
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
There's more to his distrust than being a...
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fuck?
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
Shit, that's... Kuno doesn't know.
Tell the Kuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting...
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching.
Yeah, get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
Putain, ça fait beaucoup de petites quêtes, hein.
Dunno. Keep that guy.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Erie Uppergite descent. It used...
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno...
Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? Fish is sometimes used to fertilize the soil a few weeks before. Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't like...
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to... Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking act.
The lieutenant takes a quick...
It's a trap, Kuno. Don't climb it, Kuno.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno does the fuck about it. Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. Kuno's fuck gimp's got one big thing wrong with him. Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that. Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a... You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached Yeah, cock and boot. So yeah, he's the one you...
Curious, my liege. Why did
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels...
Still, seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or
Fuck are you talking about? What is this
Contusions.
shit?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder?
you hear the lieutenant hum.
Your
Get lost.
Kuno doesn't...
An intricate way. It still kind of looks gone. For you to discover. Someone who knows about history could tell you.
Elle a l'air
I'll
casse
die before I squeal, pig. Stay away from me, pig.
Ok, casse-couille. On va aller reparler à la jardinière. Là.
Hello again, officer. Well, this might be the last snow we get. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow. All you can see is the fact that her skin is a different color.
What does that mean? I don't know. Whatever's on the radio, I guess.
We should probably proceed with our business in Martinez. Unless you have more official questions.
Le mec il a quand même regardé une personne et il a dit vous êtes noir? Oh là, c'est la merde ici. J'ai des sous. Oh, un fût de bière.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see the driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection. The back end of a book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town.
Ah, je le trouve un peu raciste lui, à chaque fois il y a un noir il dit que c'est un truc raciste.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if a silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol. Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous, well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy. On the Insulindian Isola, stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and he called it the Sol Auron. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on it, but wait. You haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine. Philip III.
Ok, on retourne là. En plus, je vais pas parler encore. Là.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be
from another planet. Hey there. It's the jam, my man. It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days. Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout.
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak.
Yeah, imagine. It's been. So tell me, what do you need? Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. The bosses, man. Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck. He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the docks.
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being.
Ask for his conclusion.
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. Oh, high-grade narcotics.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. They usually get shipped to Grodd and the Occident. We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy. This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of.
A motor also called a camion on Caillou and neighbor.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
The man taps his
Je suis sûr que l'autre gamin, il était toujours ici.
Whatever's going on over some pretty wild. I've heard talk.
Ah, yes.
Chut, là dont il me
Anything
parlait.
else? Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity.
Don't be a stranger.
Don't be a stranger. Faudrait que j'appelle l'autre aussi là. Oui, on sait ça. Pas mal. Parle de pâté, bah c'est bien ça aussi.
The display rack is brimming with worn.
Oh, Man from Hjelmdal. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're all blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bad. What does it matter? They're all the same. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hjelmdalaman.
Rows and rows of Hjelmdalamen blur your vision. You make out some titles. Maybe 100? Not even close. Man from Hjelmdal in Hell. Man from Hjelmdal and the Forest of Slaves. Man from Hjelmdal.
Je savais pas un truc. Communiste, fasciste, ultralibéral, moraliste. Qui est truand, honneur 1. Et flic pitoyable aussi.
A A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelves, an endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate books in a board game section. Who wants to read books? There's a box that says Wirral 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements module. That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplement.
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps Browbritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after.
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family? Are you actually friends, or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
Friends are technically like family. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. I've heard they turn people...
Elle a l'air d'être assez coincée du cul, elle, hein.
Welcome to Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space. I am the proudest owner of our Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose inside. Wonderful! Did you talk to her? Why not? Was she not friendly enough? Were you not compelled to talk to her? Oh yes, okay, that makes sense. It's working then. Yes. Do browse our book, sir. You must be kidding. There's not good, sir. What?
Such criminal behavior would not happen in more developed countries.
Those countries will realize they've...
Yes, we've had quite enough fun here. Right.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then...
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you? Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself.
She smiles and...
casse-couille.
You see a...
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Oh putain, il est 14h, attends. Faut que j'aille voir les cuisines. Je te parlerai plus tard, toi, la gamine. Avec mes gants, là. Allez, nice.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a complete... Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Goransi Quebec. Please. It's not funny. The man puts his cup down and replies something. His left hand drawing, he smiles and bangs his ladle against it. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted.
Okay.
You see a heavy steel door with a You immediately feel drawn to the color. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to the door does not.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? Eccentric. But okay, I suppose we could look into it.
It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it.
Gart is the person to ask about this. The café...
Mais Gart, il casse les couilles depuis le début.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. Oh, yes, that door. Sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so... Yes?
Je comprends pas trop, mais c'est pas grave. Genre, est-ce que les gens ils bougent du cul? Ça, je sais pas trop. J'aurais fait une meuf ce matin qui était ici à peu près. Rien de plus.
Hello again, sweetie.
Oh, y'a un mec. C'est lui le syndicaliste là?
The worker is a colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch. It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John.
Pour le voler, mais j'ai pas envie de voler. Pas comme ça.
Lonesome, long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past station 4.
Un à psy. Ça. Attends. Niveau 70. 70. Et... Bon, je peux rappeler l'autre con là. Je vais essayer ça, je pense, parce que j'ai pas trop d'idées de quoi faire.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox. As you tap on the gauge,
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on.
Received.
Give it a minute. She might be busy.
Officer, I have still... Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you? You mean, why did I leave the bar?
Why not?
Let's just say I left because What? No, why would you even think that? Please, don't bring Gar into... I already said I don't want to talk about... You mean, why did...
Why not?
Maybe, I don't know. No? Not me. No, sorry. I don't. No, people don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They usually...
So the union has a phone, and there's one further.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah, go on. Yes, I know who you are.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have...
Oh,
Real police would have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes. There are officers who wear the signature Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in the RCM and end up buried in them as well. Others do it more
Please, no. Not this. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and you were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes.
Oh, those again. You know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend to shoot your brain. I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brains are all over the wall."
Me neither. No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks. It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask. Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I am sorry about that. And I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Trust me. No, you're the guy. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help. Oh yeah, you know what you've got. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love?
No. What?
God, what is happening?
Oh God. Please, just stay out of my life.
What? What is it?
Call was dominated by the other party. Anything else, officer?
It's on. The love quest is on. Too late, everyone. It's on. Take it to Gart now.
57.
In the
Mais non, mais
cabin,
je suis pas.
you see.
C'est clair qu'elle aime pas Garth, je pense. Non. Ou alors il y a quelqu'un d'autre qui aime Garth. Le mec est imbérable déjà.
Hello, sir. Step right in. Are you interested in a new and exciting book? Okay, sir. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. Thank you, sir. I'm glad to help Mum out with the store. I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running. School? Well, mine is a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the people there run it. They say it's a charity. Mum says
There is stress and unease behind these words.
Mum says it's
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go... Exactly, but we've been doing fine so far.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case.
Yes. Please do also look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games are there, sir.
It does not manifest itself in any way.
Anything else you wanted to talk about? Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead. Oh, kings and queens and generals of old. Or I think that's why people read.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading.
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that. And the work of a policeman. Or, and it's kind of like you don't look much like a policeman. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen. Head?
Not head, child.
Isn't that very dangerous? Unlike you, sir. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books.
The girl keeps her hands folded.
What do you mean, sir?
She looks around, anxious. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest. She brings out her reddened hands. Her nails.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded? Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't. It was okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You're quite sober.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
I'm sorry, sir.
There she stands. There's something you're missing.
It's the type of... Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir. That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life. Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end. I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum. I'm sure she can help out. Maybe some about other books? No, sir, I can't. It would be too tiring to refrain from it. It's already tiring enough to remember to say it all the time. It's nice of you to say I could stop, though. By your command.
By your command. C'est bon, j'ai réussi à atteindre le communiste niveau 3. En fait, le truc que j'aime pas trop de leur niveau de communiste, c'est que le mec est super actif, quoi. Il peut très bien avoir des idées sans dire tout le monde, moi je vais tout détruire dans la planète. Je vais tous vous kick du cul.
Fuck does Kuno care? The fuck do you want with it? Is it? You got pretty fucked. Kuno's surprised you've still got your head after all that. Whatever, piggy. Good call, Pigmeister. Kuno doesn't...
Bon, je peux parler à l'autre con là, mais est-ce que ça m'intéresse vraiment? On va aller voir en dessous des pétanqueurs là. Il y a un genre de businessman.
There are clothes inside.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good.
Save the economy. That sounds off. You find your hat.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first hand. Buy second hand. Keep the economy moving.
Something cold grazes your hand.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir. Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be very cool. The economy
You sit too lowly, defeated.
I can see you've a taste for
A pair of found.
those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest.
Only Falun Ultra. With these once respectable.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. Then look at them again. These are the No way, officer. Well, if you... But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could...
Damn. So you have to buy the sneakers. There's a pile of cheap.
You like sunglasses, officer?
Abort. These are hideous.
Damn, officer. You look like a mega...
It's going to be very difficult.
No, You are definitely not buying those. No, I can't. We can't walk around with you looking like this.
These are those UV stickers.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool. UV resistant. These were... Oh, very interesting choice, officer. Very high culture.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become... Yes.
Wow, officer. And they can be yours for a mere 3 real. My regular customer...
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrow.
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
Mais en fait, le truc, c'est que la plupart des... Quand ils mettent des trucs comme ça, je sais déjà plus ce que c'est, moi. Je peux peut-être lui demander s'il a trouvé un mec alors, enfin si ça fait 7 jours qu'ils sont ici.
You see a samurai. The name, Sileng.
Happy shopping, officer. You're very cool. Oh, yes. You like premium.
Don't be distracted by the flattery and funny man act. Questions.
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already...
But did he first mark them up 100%, just so that he could put them on sale?
My man, you know how the game is played. You and me, we should work together. What do you think? Good joke, officer.
You glance around the decrepit buildings.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
It is, yes. Anyone can set up...
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city hyper cool. I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources. Buy anything for you. Me?
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty. Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism. But the Apricot Suzerainty is a shithole. That's why I left. If you say so, officer. I don't worry too much about politics. I'm an entrepreneur, you know. Whatever's good for...
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there.
Oh, okay. An investment? What kind of investment? Fair point. You can't have a successful business with... What? Only a fiver? You can't even... 10 real is a bargain for that kind of investment. You got it, my man.
Bah c'est pas mal ça. Encore une poubelle. Il a l'air bizarre.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this panel usually.
Good day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up A generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife.
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks.
The words, daredevil.
Too bad it also takes a year and a... Sure thing. Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Well, there's the fishing village. Yeah, not really much...
Voilà, prends un petit bout de saucisse lard là, c'est pas mal ça. Oh, il sait peut-être plus qu'à mon gun.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets. Just try to find something pretty and cool here. Then use it to win her back. This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them...
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yeah? I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win. I don't like either set very much, to be honest. But
big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks. The kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers.
I used to be very serious about my Franco-Nigerian knights.
A long, long time ago. They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are various.
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
which ones? Ah, royalist soldiers from the time of the revolution. The uniforms are painted a bit too bright.
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine. Everything you pick out seems faded, chipped, and the boomboxes on the shelf look well loved. One especially kept. This is you. Golden orange. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Absolutely.
That's odd. Why doesn't he like music?
The stuff I record myself. Silverware shaking in drawers as motor cars race by.
Maybe you should ditch music as well. Get into these more experimental.
Is the Harman Welsh W2. Made in Vespa. Designed in Seoul. If police work means playing tapes, sure. It's not often that I see officers from the RCM. What can I do?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector. Just...
Oh no, not at all. I guess I...
Who are your customers?
All kind. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained.
Roy, c'était qui déjà? C'est lui.
Let me have a look.
Con.
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps. I doubt it. I do my best to keep my distance from all.
He doesn't know anything.
The corpse behind the hostel, I assume. Ask around the harbour.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed.
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were and I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found, truth be told.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it? You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find her.
Non, c'est juste que le truc est... Je l'ai agrandi, hein. C'est juste que j'ai pas refait l'overlay derrière.
Of course.
J'ai la flemme de mettre une barre en bas, quoi, c'est tout. Bah, tu peux imaginer que c'est un stream de Lovely. Si ça te plaira peut-être plus.
Sure thing. My apology.
A needle in a haystack.
Sure, man.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamp. The light pole. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
Yes, officer.
His manner is casual, but his speech.
It was brought to me.
We are not here to invest. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
700 real. A bargain, I dare say. There's also the matter of rewiring.
J'ai même pas vu ce que t'as écrit à ça. Je vais voir. C'est les années 2000. Bah oui. J'aimerais peut-être bien mettre un petit point en perception. Tant mieux pour toi, hein.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print. Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him smells like worn cotton. Worn cotton with a...
Sniffing is okay.
You're not imagining it. Photon emissions? What is he talking about?
Hell yeah, man. I don't... A fan? No, I wouldn't go that far. But I do... Most people don't think that the man from Yelmdale really existed. 2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
But... why? I sympathize, I do. But 2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
But... I deal in goods, not services.
D'accord, j'ai compris comment ça marche enfin. Ça me mettrait quoi? Un en frisson, c'est ça? Ouais.
I mean...
Okay.
You sounds... Besides, I've been to Kotla. Though not quite as...
It's for the best, because Eamdal is not... His theory isn't exactly incoherent. Very, very unique energies.
Encore une roquette.
How...
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type. Guess. No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? What? They'll be super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual Copo type from sorry to anything. No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance.
Est-ce que j'accepte?
Of course you are. That won't happen.
Faut essayer. Ça me met un malus pour l'instant. Là c'est les pètes en cœur, c'est ça? Pète mais en cœur. Là, ils jouent encore alors que j'aurais jeté leur boule dans la flotte.
This coin-operated vehicle, why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty?
There was a revitalization project in 49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. They got as far as the street lamps and the statue on that intersection. We should have done something.
Mais en fait, j'aimerais bien ne pas avoir de vue politique dans ce jeu. Parce que ce soit l'un ou l'autre, tu passes pour un con apparemment.
Rendering the machine permanently inaccessible.
Parce que libéral aussi. Tu n'auras pas le choix, bah je le sais bien.
The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
Probably some kids.
A thick layer of graffito covers the lenses. You spell out the word Onuk. That's Kuno on the lens. Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. Behind the water lies a coast. You know this to be the star of Perikinesis, or the Cairo. The central symbol of the Perikinesian church. The church looks old and around the large wooden...
Donc, je sais pas si c'est forcément deux extrêmes, parce qu'ils ont un peu l'impression d'être tous des extrêmes hein, dans ce jeu. Je pense pas que les libéraux, les fascistes ou les communistes ils s'entendent, tu vois, dans ce jeu-là. Dans ce jeu-là, les fascistes ils sont un peu royalistes, alors que les libéraux c'est un peu des connards, genre. Les libéraux c'est un peu ceux qui sont en place, là. Si j'ai bien compris. Un peu tout le temps comme dans la vraie vie, quoi. Y'a pas une poubelle ici là? « 17h, il faut pas que j'oublie qu'il faut que je dorme et tout. Tu penses que je peux? Ah oui.
Scott?
hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics.
Good one, officer. Don't worry. Imagine, you cops going on a strike. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Come to see the strife? The little boy had it good on his promise. To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the...
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official union probe, you know. Track it down.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, and the cops serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then, and I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. I did some
How does it come off?
in parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia. Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
All of it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, and I would leave the boots to processing, but okay. Let's find all of it.
It's implied. He finds it.
And Mesquite's epic then, all across Martinez. It's a minor nuisance. No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. Of course, Policia. It wasn't me.
He didn't do it. It's the truth.
Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
The coin lands into...
Always glad to help out the... You know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing, though. Nothing to worry about, really. I'm always glad to help out when possible. You know...
He's a chatty guy.
A plus Mélanoxy. De toute façon, je pense que je vais bientôt faire une pause quand même parce que ça fait longtemps là que je joue. Ouais, il faut une famille.
Bastards! We have a
Oui, ça fait que des minutes.
to work. Hold up. You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest. We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have good. Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Rights of people. Rights of...
His manner of speaking is wooden. The tone...
Maybe you should ask them. We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
Bah ouais, bah je l'ai gagné. Il y a aussi le speedrun, non quoi. Le speedrun, j'ai pas gagné par contre. Oh attends, j'ai un coup de fil.
A lorry stuck. A Stars Riker, one of the finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. An oldie, but a goldie. Not many people outside of Grad. And Revachol West too, it appears.
Estash Raiko KK2. That's an old case from... They said it was...
Correction. 4,395. The 4th largest public protest of a criminal...
Merde.
in Revachol.
Bon, attends, j'ai pas exactement lu.
Could it be another Stajrajko murder? Honestly, that just doesn't seem like the type of vehicle our dead guy would drive. So my initial guess is the two are not related. Yes, detective? Okay, I'm not going to honor killing.
The small, wrinkled woman does the photo, an ambrotype. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter. No response. Wherever, nothing.
Wait, she's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone. Why? I just...
MDR. J'aimerais bien avoir un chapeau. J'aimerais bien en fait avoir des vêtements qui me laissent pas les stats. Bon, moi je veux des bouteilles. Là. Carton de lait, je peux pas le prendre, ça c'est pareil.
Yes?
Hop.
Yes?
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent.
The streets will not flow red with anything.
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested, and here I was.
A brush, an artist. The red splatter is urban expressionism.
I ain't no.
Actually, there is a...
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant. What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells? Ugh, alright. Sad piggy. If you haven't been there, the No. That's all the snitching. I have...
Or a weakness for police officers, miss. Thank you.
Can't you tell? I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting. Have you ever tried your hand at graffiti-o? When faced with a blank wall, we rarely see pigs round here, though. This place is severe. I thought I'd mix it up. Yeah? thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that.
She means the opposite.
Watch your back, ungulate.
Bah, je pense que si, je vais réessayer. Mais je sais pas si je vais pas finir la mission que j'avais commencé en off, parce que je sais pas combien de fois je vais devoir la recommencer vu qu'on peut pas save. Faut vraiment faire la mission d'une traite sans crever. C'est un peu compliqué.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM. I'm glad to see you. I was just...
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you...
Non, mais le 2 non, par
Interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation. Quite a few things The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employ...
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced us. And this is my colleague from Precinct 40.
How curious. Why is that, Detective? I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode? I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please. Oh, dear. I do believe you.
As I said, ma'am, he's...
Of course, I sympathize.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Of course, the situation is extremely volatile.
Is what you want. Look at that lady. Take a well-kept, positively stepped. Wow, these are the kind eyes of the rich man that's seen within reason. Now look at you're poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too. Oh, but you are.
As I was saying, if there's any way, of course,
Il me dit je suis pauvre. Bah oui, je suis en train de ramasser des putains de trucs là. Des putains de canettes. On va essayer d'en ramasser un max. Hein.
Logic error. She's.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out. Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. Trying to sneak up.
Si je voulais vraiment te buter, ça serait fait, salope. Pourquoi un bonnet orange ça descend ta rhétorique, c'est à ce point là de la merde. C'est quoi, j'ai envie de le mettre, voir. Ah non mais on dirait vraiment Clodo avec. Je peux pas mettre ça. Clodoman quoi le gars.
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant. The faded marks are... they look pretty.
Where? There? Those are old. These bullets were fired during the revolution, over half a century ago. They do not worry. Not much.
Bon, ça devrait aller là. Ah merci, je sais.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Are you admiring my morphophys? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow. What is this androgynous display?
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely.
Stop it! This display of weakness.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
You have succumbed to Al-Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done begging for help. You dominated. You will be...
It is, baby, yeah.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
We still need to get into...
Elle est là par là. Pour le toit là. Dézoomer après. Facile comme ça. J'ai juste peur de travailler. Moi aussi, tu sais. Pas marrant de travailler.
The tear machine stands. Your bottles clunk into the machine. You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a... bottle's wing there, in that dark green glass. All in vain.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that. No, Fritz only sells legal. The pale age vodka is special. I guess you know. Sure.
J'imagine que la vodka de l'intangible, là, c'est pour genre parler à des fantômes peut-être. Je sais pas, ils ont l'air d'avoir un petit délire avec des trucs comme ça. Genre le héros, tu peux le faire croire aux fantômes si tu veux ou pas. Je trouve ça cool, hein, même si moi personnellement je trouve. IRL c'est ridicule. Le héros. Ah oui, c'est le héros. Personnage principal si tu préfères. Pas de la côte. Et tu... Mais je vais pas aller jusqu'à là si. Bon bah on va parler un peu avec Kuno. Si c'est un petit con que je...
So? Yeah, so? Kuno sent you. Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. What is this? Trying to be cool with your new asshole? After this shit?
Yeah, real interesting.
The fuck about it? You're testing.
Get lost.
The fuck do you want with it? Is it? You don't sweat it?
He's saying you climbed up there. He probably saw you do it. Yet, that conclusively explains.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno doesn't.
Personnes riches sont les plus éduquées. Faut peut-être parler à la meuf du bateau pour découvrir la réalité. Après moi je vais ramasser des bouteilles. J'en ai vu une sur le toit. Il va direct. Sauf c'est une bouteille rare. Hein. La ramasser. On va se dire qu'il y en a sûrement plus. Après l'autre il a des outils. Je vais aller vérifier ce que c'est. Quelle heure? 8h57. Ah, je vais peut-être m'arrêter là. C'est que si je m'arrête là, j'ai peur d'oublier après qu'il faudra que je fasse un genre de débrief avec l'autre con là. Bah lui il m'a dit qu'on fera un débrief.
A matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. An off-key melody.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time.
She thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to this?
Pardon?
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
Ah ouais.
This button looks new.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Silence. No one answers you. Nothing happens after silence. Silence. You hear static from the... You can almost hear them breathe.
Yes, hello. This is Tracy Penny.
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an... The lieutenant...
It's you.
Who cares that you don't remember? No. Something's wrong here. Are you sure she's talking to you?
Michelle, just please. Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care. Ever since I came to...
A spot of static overrides.
It's so nice to be able to...
She sounds like she's about... She doesn't answer. Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay. Another seagull passes by.
It must have been some kind of faulty wiring. We should maybe stop playing with this doorbell. It looks ancient.
You press the number sign. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. You wait for a minute or two. You ring the doorbell. All you hear is you ring the door. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair.
Bon bah on va save. Hein,
Hello again,
c'est les nains,
sweetie.
ouais.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Oh my. That's right. Yes, and how would I even be? I haven't. Speaking of history, that's...
Hurley?
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Precisely, sweetie. Revachol is what's called a zone of control. Oh dear. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this, it has something to you did.
A sigh.
But maybe someone...
No.
Of course.
Il faut vraiment que j'aille parler à l'autre Richard, non. Alors lui il est en vert mais je peux pas lui parler donc ça c'est bizarre.
The worker is in a deep slumber. You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. The worker is in a deep slumber.
Can I help you? God.
Oh, but he should be. Lay it on him.
Je peux pas dire ça.
Life doesn't have a back button. Now get off your ass and speak the truth about Sylvie the whore.
Wonderful.
It is.
What? What does that mean? Cock carousel? Does it mean you talk to her?
What else do you need? He looks at you, spinning your arms, then...
She broke the bird, you know. The great skewer. I should have known. It was her way of telling me to piss off. I should stuff it up my arse.
Or you broke the bird. It can also be that. Yes, the bird is connected to this. It's a symbol of hope, and she broke it.
Huh. Cock carousel. I think I understand. They ride the cock carousel until the clock runs out. Here, Now, let me have a...
And there we have it.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you... A lot. A lot. Like what?
Et il veut vraiment pas me parler, lui.
Can I help you? Another thing. Yes.
Il a l'air bourré maintenant.
The man ponders his cooking. He looks up at you. Then, shrugging is an international sign for no.
Bon. On va se mettre en pause là. Hop. Et puis bah je vais vous souhaiter la bonne soirée à tous. Hein. Juste comme ça on voit pas Kim. Il est bien caché là. Derrière son poteau. Et voilà. Bon petit live avec ma résolution dégueulasse. Je ferai peut-être quelque chose la prochaine fois pour mettre une petite barre en dessous. Comme pour l'instant j'ai rien à foutre. Donc bah à plus. Et puis amusez-vous tous bien chez vous. Allez à plus.